Hello friends. You are watching 3AZ Vision, an innovative distance learning channel. It is important to inform that in PPRA Rules Part 3, we will discuss about opening, evaluation, and rejection of bids, and procedures for selection of contractors. Therefore, it is desired that subscribe our channel, and click on bell icon, that you may not miss any video to improve your knowledge. In opening, evaluation, and rejection of bids, we will discuss about opening of bids, evaluation criteria, evaluation and clarification of bids, discriminatory and difficult conditions and explanation, rejection of bids, and rebidding. One person, one bid. Announcement of evaluation reports. And in procedures for selection of contractors, we will discuss about Single Stage 1 Envelope Bidding Procedure, Single Stage 2 Envelopes Bidding Procedure, Two-Stage Bidding Procedure, Two-Stage 2 Envelope Bidding Procedure, Opening of Bids. The date for opening of bids, and the last date for the submission of bids, shall be the same, and bids shall be opened at the time specified in the bidding documents, which shall not be less than 30 minutes, after the closing time for the submission of the bids. All bids shall be opened publicly, in the presence of the bidders or their representatives, who may choose to be present, at the time and place announced prior to the bidding, and the procuring agency shall read aloud the unit price, as well as the bid amount, and shall record the minutes of the bid opening. All bidders in attendance at the time of opening of the bids, shall sign an attendance sheet. The bids submitted after the closing time prescribed, shall be rejected and returned without being opened. Evaluation criteria. A procuring agency shall formulate an appropriate evaluation criterion, listing all the relevant information against which a bid is to be evaluated, and such evaluation criteria shall form an integral part of the bidding documents. Failure to provide for an unambiguous evaluation criteria in the bidding documents, shall amount to misprocurement. In simple, or standard procurement process, like open competitive bidding, or procurement through direct request for tender, the procuring agency may use the amount of the bid price, as the sole evaluation criteria for the bids. Evaluation of bids. All bids shall be evaluated in accordance with the evaluation criteria, and other terms and conditions set forth in the prescribed bidding document. For purposes of comparison of the bids quoted in different currencies, the price shall be converted into a single currency specified in the bidding documents, and the rate of exchange shall be the selling rate, prevailing on the date of opening of bids, specified in the bidding documents, as notified by the State Bank of Pakistan on that day. A bid once opened in accordance with the prescribed procedure, shall be subject to only those rules, regulations, and policies that are in force, at the time of issue of notice for invitation of bids. Clarification of bids. No bidder shall be allowed to alter, or modify his bid, after the closing time for the submission of the bids. The procuring agency may, if necessary after the opening of the bids, seek and accept such clarifications of the bid, as do not change the substance of the bid. Any request for clarification in the bid, made by the procuring agency and its response, shall invariably be in writing. Discriminatory and difficult conditions. Save as otherwise provided, no procuring agency shall introduce any condition, which discriminates between bidders, or which is difficult to meet. Explanation. In ascertaining the discriminatory or difficult nature of any condition, reference shall be made to the ordinary practices of that trade, manufacturing, construction business, or service to which that particular procurement is related. Rejection of bids. The procuring agency may reject all bids or proposals, at any time prior to the acceptance of a bid or proposal. The procuring agency shall upon request communicate to any bidder, the grounds for its rejection of all bids or proposals, but shall not be required to justify those grounds. The procuring agency shall incur no liability, solely by virtue of its invoking towards the bidders. The bidders shall be promptly informed about the rejection of the bids, if any. And a procuring agency may, for reasons to be recorded in writing, restart bidding process from any prior stage, if it is possible without violating any principle of procurement, and shall immediately communicate the decision to the bidders. Rebidding. If the procuring agency rejects all the bids, it may proceed with the process of fresh bidding, but before doing that it shall assess the reasons for rejection and may, if necessary, revise specifications, evaluation criteria, or any other condition for bidders. One person, one bid. In any procurement, one person may submit one bid, and if one person submits more than one bids, the procuring agency shall reject all such bids. If a consortium of persons has submitted a bid, in any procurement, it shall be construed that each member of the consortium submitted the bid. Announcement of evaluation reports. A procuring agency shall announce the results of bid evaluation, in the form of a report giving justification for acceptance or rejection of bids, at least 10 days prior to the award of procurement contract. The very important topic that is procedures for selection of contractors, we will discuss in detail the different bidding procedures for selections of contractors. Single Stage 1 Envelope Bidding Procedure. Single Stage 1 envelope bidding procedure shall ordinarily be the main open competitive bidding procedure, used for the procurement of works and standard goods. Other appropriate procedures, for selection of contractors other than consultants, may be adopted in the different circumstances. Single Stage 2 envelopes bidding procedure shall be used for procurement of such goods, where the bids are to be evaluated, on technical and financial grounds, and the procedure for Single Stage 2 envelopes shall be: the bid shall be a single package consisting of two separate envelopes, containing separately the financial, and the technical proposals. The envelopes shall be marked as financial proposal and technical proposal. In the first instance, the technical proposal shall be opened, and the envelope marked as financial proposal shall be retained unopened, in the custody of the procuring agency. The procuring agency shall evaluate the technical proposal, in the manner prescribed in advance, without reference to the price, and shall reject any proposal which does not conform to the specified requirements. During the technical evaluation, no amendments in the technical proposal shall be permitted. After the evaluation and approval of the technical proposals, the procuring agency shall open the financial proposals of the technically accepted bids, publicly at a time, date, and venue announced and communicated to the bidders in advance, within the bid validity period. The financial proposal of the bids found technically non-responsive, shall be retained unopened, and shall be returned on the expiry of the grievance period, or the decision of the complaint, if any, filed by the non-responsive bidder, whichever is later, provided that the procuring agency may return the sealed financial proposal earlier, if the disqualified or non-responsive bidder, contractor, or consultant submits an affidavit, through an authorized representative, to the effect that he is satisfied with the proceedings of the procuring agency, and the lowest evaluated bidder shall be awarded the contract. Two-stage bidding procedure may be adopted in large and complex contracts, where technically unequal proposals are likely to be encountered, or where the procuring agency is aware of its options in the market but, for a given set of performance requirements, there are two or more equally acceptable technical solutions available to the procuring agency, and the bidding procedure shall be: first stage. In the first instance, the bidders shall submit, according to the required specifications, a technical proposal without quoting price. The technical proposal shall be evaluated in accordance with the specified evaluation criteria, and may be discussed with the bidders regarding any deficiencies and unsatisfactory technical features. After such discussions, all the bidders shall be permitted to revise their respective technical proposals, to meet the requirements of the procuring agency. The procuring agency may revise, or modify any aspect of the technical requirements, or evaluation criteria, or it may add new requirements or criteria not inconsistent with these rules, but any revisions or modifications shall be communicated to all the bidders, at the time of invitation to submit final bids, and sufficient time shall be allowed to the bidders to prepare their revised bids, but such time shall not be less than 15 days in the case of national competitive bidding, and 30 days in case of international competitive bidding. The bidders unwilling to conform their respective bids to the procuring agency's technical requirements may withdraw from the bidding without forfeiture of their bid security. Second stage. The bidders, whose technical proposals or bids have not been rejected, and who are willing to conform their bids to the revised technical requirements of the procuring agency, may submit a revised technical proposal, along with the financial proposal. The fresh and revised technical proposals and the financial proposals shall be opened at a time, date, and venue announced and communicated to the bidders in advance, but in setting the date for the submission of the revised technical proposals and financial proposals, a procuring agency shall allow sufficient time to the bidders to incorporate the agreed changes in the technical proposal and prepare their financial proposals accordingly. And the revised technical proposal and the financial proposal shall be evaluated in the manner prescribed earlier, and the lowest evaluated bid shall be accepted. Stage 2 envelope bidding method shall be used for procurement where alternative technical proposals are possible, such as certain types of machinery or equipment or manufacturing plant, and the procedure shall be: First stage. The bid shall comprise a single package, comprising 2 separate envelopes, containing the financial proposal and the technical proposal. The envelopes shall be marked as financial proposal and technical proposal. In the first instance, the envelope marked technical proposal shall be opened, and the envelope marked as financial proposal shall be retained unopened, in the custody of the procuring agency. The technical proposals shall be discussed with the bidders with reference to the procuring agency's technical requirements. Those bidders willing to meet the requirements of the procuring agency shall be allowed to revise their technical proposals following these discussions, and bidders not willing to conform to the technical proposal as per revised requirements of the procuring agency shall be allowed to withdraw their respective bids without forfeiture of their bid security. Second stage. After agreement between the procuring agency and the bidders on the technical requirements, bidders who are willing to conform to the revised technical specifications, and whose bids have not already been rejected, shall submit a revised technical proposal and supplementary financial proposal, according to the technical requirement. The revised technical proposal along with the original financial proposal and supplementary financial proposal shall be opened at a date, time, and venue announced in advance by the procuring agency, provided that, in setting the date for the submission of the revised technical proposals and supplementary price proposals, a procuring agency shall allow sufficient time to the bidders to incorporate the agreed changes in the technical proposal and to prepare the required supplementary financial proposal, and the procuring agency shall evaluate the whole proposal in accordance with the evaluation criteria, and the lowest evaluated bid shall be accepted. It is important to inform that in PPRA Rules Part 4, we will discuss about procurement of consultancy services, methods for selection of consultants, selection process of individual consultant, selection process of firm of consultants, evaluation criteria of consultants, association of consultants, intellectual property rights, negotiations, professional liability of consultant, acceptance of bids and award of contracts, limitation on negotiations, confidentiality. Friends, keep on watching our videos to refresh and enhance your knowledge. Thanks and goodbye.